I was born into the martial arts. My mother and father were heavily involved in martial arts training and competition. My mother was one of the first women world champions, and my father was training since he was 15 years old. He was real inspirational to me in the fact that he pushed me to continue and train with him in many ways. He had his own way of doing things. He was definitely working on a lot of different techniques and perfecting the American Polynesian system of Lima Lama. He even had his own television show called The World of Martial Arts, in which he had many different world champions and martial art greats. One of them was, of course, Ed Parker, the Kempo Karate founder, who I also trained with for a while. And so in the training, I took a lot of abuse and beating growing up, you could say. As you can see in some of these clips, my father would use me as a way of practicing and training techniques, perfecting them, modifying them. And of course, I was at the other end, taking most of the beatings, as you can see. But it was a learning experience. I got a chance to know what it's like to be on the other end. Many bruises, hours of bruising and arms developing, which again contributed to my development and my experience in the field. This did prepare me to compete in MMA mixed martial arts and get ready to prepare myself for cage fighting. I had fought many times underground, no rules, competition, but this was a different sport developing, and it took me to this level.
What's up, y'all? This is Sean. And I want to thank y'all for coming out tonight to see one of the originals. Garza. Garza. The bad boy. The bad boy. I ain't gonna say no more, man. Young, check it out. I'm going to take that to the snap. I'll be the reason that you're one good out. I'm going to take that to the snap. I'll be the reason that you're one good out. I'm going to take that to the snap. I'll be the reason that you're one good out. I'm going to take that to the snap. I'll be the reason that you're one good out. I'm watching you and drinking up in the glass. In the wind, I'm between my sins and gonna turn. Reaching for my dirty insanity. Fruit never fall from the tree. Fruit never fall from the tree. Fruit never fall from the tree. Reaching for my eternal insanity. Reaching for my eternal insanity.
But back in my early years, when I was about 17, 18 years old, I used to train in the backyard, developing and working on my basic techniques of Lima Lama and other areas of martial arts that I had trained in, whether it's in boxing, uh, judo, jiu-jitsu, aikido. I was working myself into different areas of the martial arts, and you can see I was about 17 years old here, just training my backyard, just developing techniques. But this is what again prepared me for other things like tournaments, traditional karate tournaments, which is difficult to prepare for because it's point fighting, and it's a whole different world other than MMA or mixed martial arts. So it did help prepare me, and I did train for these things. So even in the early years, I was still developing myself as a martial artist.
Some of them very crazy in their approach, but all are efficient in a deadly way.
Now, this was my first mixed martial arts, or you can say no rules fighting. I was a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and I had gone up against here a black belt in Taekwondo. My opponent wanted to wear protective padding by choice because he was afraid he was going to hurt me. In turn, I agreed not to strike him, but just submit him, take him down and submit him, in which I did. We went 4 rounds of this. I submitted him each time. But again, it was in my black belt instructor Pedro Carvalho's gym in Rancho Cucamonga, and this was one of my first underground, just basic, no rules fighting.